Where are the customers of Print and Apply business? This tutorial is dedicated for distributors and salespersons, especially for beginners. But first, some important definitions. GS1. GS1 Global Standard. Communicating with customers, partners and suppliers is a key part of the business. You need a common language, and this is ensured by GS1 supply chain standards. Traceability. Traceability is a way to track the flow of information during the full supply chain process using unique data from labels on products. Production. Production is the place where we can find a lot of labels, from primary packaging, via secondary packaging up to pallet products. In all these areas we use labels. In a primary packaging, usually small labels with some information. In secondary packaging, middle-sized logistic labels, and on pallet, usually A5 format full logistic labels. Here you can see a few examples of products from primary packaging where we print and apply some information. Not always barcode on a small label, but it can be also barcode. Usually it is EAN13. In such barcode we can implement information about country of origin, producer and single product. In a secondary packaging area we can find a lot of packages like cartons, trays and so on, where they need some label, usually logistic label, applying on front, top, side or rear. In that case it is usually middle size of logistic label including EAN 128 logistic barcode. Label contain full information about this package, shipment, customer and so on. On a pallets we usually use A5 format labels, which have similar content to the small logistic label and also contain full information about producer and product and recipient. In a case of pallet labeling we can apply a label in different places of pallet, one side, two sides, three sides or different variants, and it depends on how pallets have to be used afterwards. I am thinking about supply chain process, especially warehouses, where can be different kinds of racks where pallets are stored. Therefore, forklift drivers use industrial scanners and have to read label when they are taking pallet from production to the rack and when they are taking pallet from rack to the loading docks. Information from scanner is sending to WMS in real time, for that system efficiently manages the flow of goods. Customer can have different kind of racks in his warehouse. If they have gravity racks, the labels have to placed usually on front and rear of pallet, to be able read by forklift driver on both sides of warehouse loading and unloading. These racks are working in a FIFO regime, first in, first out. In case of racks put in, take out, the label have to be on one side of pallet. For example on front or on side, can be also on front and side. Forklift driver load and unload pallet from the same side of rack. These racks are working in a LIFO regime, last in, first out. Next place where we can find customer for print and apply equipment can be logistics centers. For example e-commerce centers. There are a lot of cartons different sizes, where we have to put the label with individual content dedicated for several recipients. I hope this information will help you in your search for new customers. Good luck.